finally done it, Kakarot! I finally surpassed you!
Wow, Vegeta, that's amazing!
Shut up!
We're not capable of having an actual conversation, are we?
Remember when I explained your power levels to you? From the Saiyan Saga all the way to the end of Super?
It felt like you were punching my brain!
Well, it turns out I underestimated the numbers, so I've corrected them. And my power level is now far beyond yours!
Did you correct mine, too?
No.
That seems fair.
So anyway, do you wanna, hear what my power levels are?
Am I allowed to answer honestly?
No.
Then sure!
Alright, let's start things off when I first arrived on Earth. I, the Prince of all Saiyans, an elite warrior, had a mighty power level of 18,000. Far beyond anyone you ever faced.
Even Nappa?
Of course! His power level was a pathetic 4,000.
Even Raditz?
You remember Raditz?
Yeah, he was that guy pretending to be my brother.
Kakarot, he was your brother.
You're starting to sound just like him.
Well, I did spend over 20 years traveling with him and Nappa.
If you knew Nappa so well, then why did you kill him?
Because I knew him so well.
Understandable.
Plus, he was weak, just like you were. Your power level was a mere 8,000. I dominated you during our battle, Kakarot.
Sure, until I used Kaioken.
Your Kaioken was nothing compared to my Great Ape form. It granted me a mighty 10 times multiplier, bringing my power level all the way up to 180,000. I was unstoppable.
Yet somehow you still lost.
Well, I wasn't expecting to get crushed by a child after being blindsided by an obese pig with a sword.
Oolong was there for that fight?
The hell's an oolong?
A shape-shifting pig who once turned into Bulma's panties and tried to trick her into wearing them.
How about I final flash us some bacon after this, Kakarot?
Can I get a drink too? I'm kinda thirsty.
I've got just the one.
And that drink is holy. Why would Goku drink holy? Well, because it tastes awesome and sugar-free, of course. My favorite holy drink used to be the milkshakes. That's right, they do milkshakes. They're zero sugar and low calories and taste amazing. There's lots of great flavors like strawberry and banana, but honestly, hazelnut is the best. You should just get the tub of hazelnut, seriously. Anyway, milkshakes used to be my favorites, but actually my new favorite is the syrup. It basically makes water taste really nice. The way it works is that you put water into the bottle, then you click in the syrup pod, and that's it. There's lots of different flavors of syrup, like raspberry and apple, though peach is actually the best. Then you can choose your flavor intensity on the little dial on the bottle, going from a hint of flavor at the lower end, all the way up to super crazy flavor on the high end. Fun fact, this is what I drink when I'm exercising in the mornings. There's iced tea too, it's really good, it contains real tea, and again, lots of different flavors. And then there's the more popular things like the hydration drink, which has electrolytes and good stuff like that to keep you going. Basically a better version of sports drinks, to be honest. And the energy drinks, which have caffeine and vitamins and have hardcore animal art on them like lions and eagles and cotton candy caterpillars. I really like Holy, it has no sugar and is full of vitamins and is honestly way better than other soft drinks and soda. If you'd like to try the milkshakes, iced tea, hydration, or energy drinks for yourself, then check out the Starter Set Deluxe. It has all of that stuff, and you get 10% off with my code UndeadHumor, or use UndeadHumor5 to get £5 off your first order. If the syrup is more your thing, then those codes still work too. Check out my link in the pinned comment and description below to get it yourself. Thanks again to Holy for sponsoring the video.
Alright, let's go to Namek. My power level here was an impressive 24,000, more than before because of a Zenkai boost after recovering from our battle on Earth.
Your power level only increased from 18,000 to 24,000? The difference between those two numbers, that's under 9,000!
Yeah, I got screwed over by Zenkai Boost RNG pretty hard, but it was more than enough to easily defeat Kui.
Who?
One of Frieza's soldiers who considered himself my rival. I actually knew him for around 25 years, so technically my rivalry with him lasted longer than my rivalry with you.
Did you have a fun, back-and-forth brotherly relationship with him too?
Nah, I despised the guy, then happily executed him.
Man, the old Vegeta would have hated the new Vegeta.
It's called character development, Kakarot. Maybe you should try it.
I'm the happy-go-lucky, pure-hearted protagonist who's too stupid to be evil.
Glad we agree on something. Another visually repulsive rival of mine was Dodoria, who I easily defeated.
What was his power level?
Around 22,000.
How'd you easily beat him if your power level was only 2,000 more than his?
Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice. Speaking of juice, I unfortunately did lose to Zarbon's roided-out transformation, but after healing, I was granted yet another Zenkai boost, raising my power level to around 30,000.
Why did Zarbon heal you instead of kill you?
Frieza needed me alive to tell him where the Dragon Balls were.
So what did you do after healing?
Killed Zarbon, then stole Frieza's Dragon Balls.
Aren't you obsessed with pride and all that stuff? Stealing from the guys who healed you is kinda dishonorable.
Pride? Pride? Back then, I was a scoundrel. I decapitated Guldo when he wasn't even looking. That's what I thought about pride.
Vegeta, why would you do that?
Well, Gohan was about to die, so I kinda saved his life.
Vegeta, why would you do that?
Even with my strength and devious techniques, I was weaker than the Ginyu Force. With the exception of Ginyu himself, their power levels were around 40 to 60,000. though I put up one hell of a fight against Riku.
You were kinda humiliated by him.
What was that?
He got you with the Riku elbow, the Riku kick, then plucked you out of the ground like a vegetable, which honestly felt strangely appropriate given your name.
I am not a
He
goddamn...
harvested you, Vegeta!
How do you know that? You hadn't even arrived yet.
I read Krillin's mind.
You what?
I can read minds, not a big deal.
How come you never mention that? Or do it again?
I don't know.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, after healing from the battle, I got another Zenkai boost, which brought my power level to around 250,000.
Your power level went from 30 to 250,000?
Yeah, I told you they weren't consistent. But what is consistent is my murder of the Ginyu Force. I killed Guldo, Birder, Riku, even the formidable Jace.
You got them all apart from Captain Ginyu.
I actually killed him much later in Resurrection F.
I respect your commitment, Vegeta.
Thanks! With a power level of 250,000, I truly felt like a Super Saiyan. Even that bastard Frieza wasn't able to stop me.
Well, first form Frieza wasn't able to stop you. Final form was a whole different story.
Indeed, he was still far beyond me. Fortunately, the short-balled Earthling just so happened to nearly kill me, and the child Namekian was stupid enough to heal me, bestowing yet another Zenkai boost.
That sure was a coincidence.
I'm not sure what was going through his head.
Scantily dressed pictures of your wife.
What?
What?
After this Zenkai boost, my power level was probably around 1 million. An incredible transformation. I was clearly above the rest of your useless teammates. I could more easily see Frieza's attacks than them. I even saved your son, again!
Top Gohan father figures, Piccolo, you, then me.
Kakarot, you're not even getting nominated.
True.
So anyway, I softened Frieza up a bit, then you swooped down and stole my glory.
Vegeta, you were absolutely humiliated by him. Like you actually thought you were a Super Saiyan? Guess what, buddy? A Super Saiyan has a power level of 150 million. I was literally 150 times stronger than you during our fight with Frieza. Even though you had 3 times as many Zenkai boosts as me.
That's only because you got a rage boost after he killed your friend.
Well, hey, maybe if you didn't kill all your friends first, you would unlock new forms too.
That's not necessary, Kakarot, because I unlocked Super Saiyan my own way. After watching my bastard son defeat Frieza, I trained for 3 years straight.
I will not tolerate this future Trunks slander.
When I say bastard, I mean the literal definition. His mother and I were unmarried when I implanted her with the royal seed.
I'm not even gonna ask what that means.
And after screaming at meteors for a few months, I finally did it! The legendary form was mine! My power level was at least 150 million, probably more. Probably 200 million.
Hey, are you just making these numbers up?
Of course I am. Power levels have no meaning after the Frieza saga.
Okay, just checking.
And during the Cell saga, I had gone even further beyond. I reached Ascended Super Saiyan, also known as Super Saiyan Grade 2. But I prefer Super Vegeta!
That's not a real transformation.
Are you sure? Because I unlocked it during an agonizing year training with my son in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Not as agonizing as my year with Gohan, let me tell you. He kept asking why Piccolo knew his birthday and I didn't.
May 18th.
Vegeta, please stop interrupting. I'm trying to tell a story.
Anyway, as an Ascended Super Saiyan, my power level was likely around 750 million. It allowed me to dominate Semi-Perfect Cell. Honestly, he was a joke, barely a challenge at all. I could have ended him at a time of my choosing.
Yeah, and instead you chose to let him absorb Android 18 and beat you up. Nice job, best bud.
I'm not your bud.
I also noticed you conveniently skipped over your fight with 18. Want to remind me about it?
No, that's quite all right.
I was busy having a heart attack at the time, so I missed it. Anything interesting happen?
We fought on top of a moving truck.
She beat you worse than Cell, didn't she?
Shut up! I hit that filthy bug with a full-powered Final Flash.
Vegeta, your Frieza is showing.
And blew up half his body. Of course it was meaningless since he regenerated, but still.
Good thing you went into the time chamber a second time, right?
Exactly! I raised my power level to probably 1.2 billion. Not too shabby, if I dare say so.
You know, during our last conversation, you told me my Cell Games power level was 600 million. And now you're saying yours is twice that? So you're kind of full of shit, aren't you, buddy?
I'm altering the numbers, Kakarot. Pray that I do not alter them further.
I'll take that as a yes.
But if you want me to quickly revise them, then fine. If my power level during the Cell Games was 1.2 billion, then yours was probably 1.5 billion.
Can we round that up to 2 billion? I prefer that.
Fine, whatever. It's meaningless anyway, as Perfect Cell's was probably around 2.5 billion. And Super Perfect Cell, i.e. Cell after he self-destructs and gets a Zenkai boost, had a power level of around 4 billion.
Whew, wow! How did we even win that fight?
We didn't! Your son's Super Saiyan 2 state was around 5 billion, so he hard carried the team. Though my Final Flash during the final beam struggle definitely helped.
Cell Games Gohan was so cool. What happened to him? What did I do wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong, Kakarot.
Thanks, Vegeta.
No, you misunderstand. You didn't do anything right, either. You were completely absent for those 7 years of his life between Cell and Majin Buu.
Yeah, I get it, Vegeta. I already said thanks.
I can't tell if you're just really stupid or a terrible father.
You can't tell and you think I'm the stupid one?
Anyway, after those 7 years, I'd attained Super Saiyan 2, so we can confidently state my power level was at least 5 billion. But for an elite warrior like me, that wasn't enough. After I accepted Babidi's magic,
Sold your soul to Satan.
after Babidi, my power level had increased by another billion, bringing it up to 6 billion. We were once again able to fight as equals.
Got Super Saiyan 3 in my back pocket, but sure.
Then, after effortlessly knocking you out and my touching noble sacrifice,
Completely pointless, achieved literally nothing.
I conclude the end of Z with a power level of around 6 billion. This time without the use of Babidi's magic. Beautifully symbolic of my maturity, if you ask me.
I sure am glad my favorite little punching bag was there to distract Kid Buu while I charged the Spirit Bomb.
Anyway, it's at last time for us to address why some of my numbers were incorrect during our previous conversation. You're familiar with the concept of power multipliers, correct?
That's literally how I win all my fights. Thanks, Kaioken.
Yes, well, the Kaioken aside, let's discuss them. As you know, Super Saiyan grants us a multiplier of 50. In other words, in our Super Saiyan form, we are 50 times stronger than we are in our base form.
Seems pretty fair and balanced.
Super Saiyan 2 is twice that. In other words, it's 100 times multiplier. Super Saiyan 3 is 4 times Super Saiyan 2, which is a 400 times multiplier. And Super Saiyan God is a 1 million times multiplier.
It's what?
A 1 million times multiplier, Kakarot. We get 1 million times stronger.
But you told me it was only 1,000!
Yeah, well, that's actually underestimating the numbers, since it's God Key. It's a whole new realm of power.
It seems kind of a lot, though.
Also, once you unlock Super Saiyan God, then that power gets absorbed into your base form.
You, what?
The transformation to God permanently changes you. Once you unlock it, your base form is now 1 million times stronger.
Okay.
But of course, you can still transform into the God state. So you can throw another 1,000,000 times multiplier on top of that.
Vegeta, what the hell are you talking about?
Look, let's just use an example, alright? At the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, my Super Saiyan 2 form had a power level of 6 billion, right? Same as the Buu Saga.
Right.
Now, as we just said, Super Saiyan 2 is a 100 times multiplier. So my base form's power level is 6 billion divided by 100, which is 60 million, right?
Yes?
Stay with me, Kakarot. 6 billion divided by 100 is 60 million, all right?
Okay, fine.
Great. Now, after training with Whis, I unlocked Super Saiyan God. So my base power level is now 1 million times stronger. 60 million times 1 million is 60 trillion. So my base power level is 60 trillion. And when I transform into a Super Saiyan God, my power level is multiplied by another million, which brings it up to 60 quintillion.
You told me before that my mastered Ultra Instinct form was only 1 quintillion. Now you're saying your Resurrection F Super Saiyan God form is 60 times that?
Yes, I underestimated the strength of God Key, and also forgot it gets bound into your base form after unlocking it.
Well, you're gonna tell me my new updated numbers, right?
Hell no! We're talking about me! Now, as you said in Resurrection F, my base power is 60 trillion, and my Super Saiyan God power is 60 quintillion. But we also unlocked Super Saiyan Blue, remember? Which is a Super Saiyan state on top of Super Saiyan God. So, since we know Super Saiyan grants a 50 times multiplier, we can say that my Super Saiyan Blue form here has a power level of 60 quintillion times 50, which is 3 sextillion.
Sextillion? Now you're just making up words, Vegeta.
It's a 1 followed by 21 zeros, Kakarot. See? This is what a sextillion looks like.
When Chi-Chi mentions sex, this is what she means? That's disgusting.
I have absolutely no idea how you conceive 2 children yet remain so ignorant. It's impressive, actually.
Thanks, best bud.
Told you to stop calling me that. Anyway, after Resurrection F was the Universe 6 tournament. I've done some more training, so I'm a bit stronger here. Let's say my blue form has a power level of 4 sextillion. I trained a bunch more by the time we fought Goku Black, so let's say my blue's power is 8 sextillion. And finally, that brings us to the Tournament of Power.
You sure are good at skipping over fights where you get totally humiliated, Vegeta.
My blue form during the tournament was likely around 12 sextillion. Let's say 12.5. But during the tournament, I broke my limits and went beyond.
Plus Ultra?
Different IP.
Oh.
I unlocked a new form of blue, which I dubbed Blue Evolution. whose power is much greater than regular blue. Significantly greater.
I like to call it sparkly blue because of all the cute sparkles. Cute Vegeta for short.
If you ever call me that again, I'm ending your bloodline.
Beast Gohan would like a word with you.
Blue evolution is my answer to your bullshit Kaioken times 20, so we can somewhat confidently say that blue evolution is 20 times as powerful as blue, which means my max power level during the tournament is an awesome 250 sextillion.
How did you unlock sparkly blue cute Vegeta again?
I'll be visiting Goten later, but I did it by remembering my promise to Kaba, a promise to restore his universe with the Super Dragon Balls after winning the tournament.
Why didn't you think about your actual son, or your actual wife, or your actual universe?
Because I'm a complicated man, Kakarot.
Is that code for heartless bastard with receding hairline?
Anyway, I suppose I should tell you what your mastered Ultra Instinct power level is, right?
I mean, you don't have to.
Well, let's say our base powers during the tournament are approximately the same. Your autonomous Ultra Instinct is a different fighting style, but it's also strong. Let's say it's 5 times stronger than your blue Kaioken times 20. And your mastered Ultra Instinct is much stronger still. Let's say 10 times stronger than your autonomous form. In other words, mastered Ultra Instinct is 50 times stronger than blue Kaioken times 20. Since we said blue Kaioken times 20 was the equivalent of my blue evolution, we calculate your mastered Ultra Instinct's power level to be 250 sextillion times 50, which is 12.5 septillion.
Ah, septillion. 10 to the power of 24.
How did you know that?
I be reading the power scalars here and there.
Whatever, so yeah, your max power is just over 10 septillion. Maybe during a rage boost it can increase to tens of septillions, like when Jiren tried to kill everyone at the end of the tournament. Either way, it's safely in the septillions.
So are these made-up numbers actually right this time?
Well, they may be 1,000 times too high or too low, depending on who you ask, but hey, I consider 3 orders of magnitude close enough.
So in the end, I'm still 50 times stronger than you. If you want to be my rival, you gotta get those numbers up, buddy.
Well, in the manga, I've unlocked Ultra Ego, a new form exclusive to me. My answer to your autonomous Ultra Instinct.
Cool. So now instead of being 50 times weaker than me, you're 10 times weaker than me. Congrats!
It's my God of Destruction form, Kakarot. Your days at the top are numbered.
So you're training with Beerus to get destruction powers, and I'm training with Whis to get angel powers?
That's a gross oversimplification, but I suppose you could say that.
But Whis is way stronger than Beerus, so how are you even gonna catch up? Is this your way of giving up?
How dare you! The Prince of all Saiyans does not give up.
Working with the guy who authorized the destruction of planet Vegeta. Was all that pride really just for show?
Kakarot, what the hell?
I mean, Top had destruction powers during the tournament, and he didn't knock out a single guy. Literally no one. You really saw him and thought, looks good. Let's try that.
I will surpass you, Kakarot. I will! I
love you more than my wife.
What?
I said let's train.
Hell yeah!